If you love scratchers from the Virginia Lottery, you'll love the High Roller Blackjack Scratcher with a chance to win up to 10 times your prize. Look for it at your favorite Virginia Lottery retailer. In fact, you can drive there right now. Now that's an everyday win. Odds of winning any prize, 1 in 4.16. Winning comes in all shapes and sizes. It's different for everyone. One thing is certain, every day there's an opportunity for a win. Just like scratchers from the Virginia Lottery. Everyday grab and go, everyday giftable, everyday fun. It's where anticipation meets instant gratification. Like the new Virginia Lottery Scratcher High Roller Blackjack with a chance to win up to 10 times your prize. Now, that's an everyday win. Drive to a retailer near you. Odds of winning any prize, 1 in 4.16.
Good team, playoff team in the FCS every single year. Jay Hill's done a great job there, and they're a team that is well coached and very sound, fundamentally, technique-wise, schematically. They're a very good team, and so we're excited to get the season underway and see what we got and go from there. So questions?
Kyle, what led to Charlie Brewer ultimately winning that starting quarterback job?
Well, he had the edge statistically, first of all, and that's not the only thing you take into account, but he did have a slight edge statistically. Just a guy that has a lot of leadership, and it was a close call. It could have gone, it was so close it could have gone either way. But Charlie's experience, having started over 40 games or played in over 40 Division I games, and the success he had at Baylor throwing the football, and our team, I believe our team would have been just fine with either decision. I mean, they would have rallied around whichever guy ultimately won the job. They're both very well respected, hard workers, prepare the way you're supposed to, and so it was really close. But ultimately, Charlie and probably the experience factor was probably the biggest reason behind it.
Looking at the running backs going into Thursday's game, or what are you doing in terms of evaluating how to divide up the snaps? Is it just something that's going to be dictated by the flow of the game, or do you have a specific plan in mind?
Well, we have the plan in mind to play them all and give them all carries and all opportunities to show what they can do. The flow of the game, each one of them has their strengths, and so the flow of the game will dictate a lot of that. But we expect all of them to. We know they're all going to get playing time, and they'll all get carries, unless something unforeseen happens, and then we'll see what the production level is, and go from there as far as moving forward with a depth chart. And until it separates itself, we'll just keep them all as 1, 1A, 1B, and 1C, I guess.
Hey, Kyle, just back to the QBs for a second. How did Cam take that news? He's obviously been around the block here for a few years. What was his reaction there?
Exactly what you had hoped. He's professional. He understood. Disappointed because he's a competitor, but no drop-off whatsoever in practice habits, preparation, attitude. It was all absolutely outstanding, and has been. And if his number's called, he'll be ready. We have no doubt about that.
What do you feel like you've learned about Charlie Brewer in the 8 months that he's been in the program?
Poised, calm under pressure, goes through his read progression very quickly, is decisive, gets the ball out of his hand quickly, accurate thrower, has a good pocket presence. He can sense the rush and move around in the pocket the way you want a quarterback to. His escapability is good. He's not a statue back there. Both him and Cam are very mobile quarterbacks. And just probably the main thing is that we've seen is decision making. He's a great decision maker.
Coach, it feels like an unconventional thing that you've had, I think, 3 times in 5 years now, a non-starting quarterback as a captain on the team. How have the guys on the team and those individuals handled that, where they're captains but not on the field for the first snap?
Right, they've handled it very well, and that's something that we stress to our guys. It's not always the best players or the most popular or the most statistically accomplished player. It's the guys that are the best leaders, and that being the case, I think our guys have taken that to heart, that's what happens sometimes is you get guys that are outstanding leaders, but maybe not number one at their position. And so that's another situation where Cam has been in the program for quite a while and been a great leader for us, and the players recognize that. And it's worked out well. I haven't seen any negative side effects from that, the way that's gone down.
Looking at the depth chart, is there any update on who QB3 might be?
This week it'll be Bryson Barnes. Bryson Barnes will be QB3, and Jaquinton Jackson's been down with an injury that probably won't allow him to be ready just quite yet. It's still 3 days out, so there's a chance, but it looks like it's going to be Bryson.
Also on the depth chart, you've been talking recently about some offensive line injuries. Is there anything further on that?
No, because it's still in flux. We've got, I think it's 3 of them that, as of today, we're not sure if they'll be ready yet. And so no different situation today than what we had towards the end of last week. And that's, it's the most unstable, at least health-wise, position on the team right now. We'd like it to be situated and all set, but that's not the case. Fortunately, we got a lot of guys that are game ready, and that whoever is available should be able to function just fine.
It seems like you go up against a lot of really good running backs throughout the year, and you've got one on Thursday. And Josh Davis, what stands out about his game?
He's just a tough kid. He's a hard runner. He's instinctive, and he makes positive yards. I mean, he's a guy that's always making something out of nothing and getting those extra yards after contact. And he's just a tough, hard-nosed guy, and he'll be a challenge.
Kyle, it's early on, but the name, image, and likeness, as guys are cutting deals and getting involved in social media with that, is it having any impact in the team? Have you seen anything inside the program?
No, I haven't personally. I know what's going on, and we see we hear about the deals and the contracts that the players are involved with. But as far as affecting the team dynamic or anything in the locker room, if it is there, we're unaware of it. It just seems to be everything flowing in a normal fashion, and so nothing out of the ordinary yet.
Kyle, you've talked about this season, you've improved in pass pro and the different things on the offensive line that's maybe progressed. But with some of these guys maybe being held out due to injuries or whatever, do you feel like you're able to have enough bodies to be able to still not have a drop-off, or will there be somewhat of a drop-off there?
Well, you're always better off with your best 5 guys, and so that's not going to be the case this week. But if you're out there, you got to get the job done, and we feel, we've been talking about the depth of the O-line all fall camp and ever since last spring, and so fortunately that's, that depth is going to help us in this game here, because we're going to need to draw upon that. And so we feel like we'll be in good shape, and like I said, at some point in the last couple of weeks, we've got 10, 11 guys that we think are really good players and ready to play in the Pac-12. Now, not all 10, 11 of those guys are available this week, and so that's the challenge, but we've got enough, and we should be fine.
Is there any extra difficulty to playing against a team like Weber State, where so much of the coaching staff, guys who came through this program? We just found out Gary's a volunteer assistant on that staff now. Is it any harder, or is it easier to play a team like that because, it's friendly and good sportsmanship and all that?
I would say that the game itself, really no effect, not a non-factor. But you're right, we do have a lot of common ground between the two teams, and a lot of players or guys that either coach or played here or at Weber right now. So looking forward to seeing those guys, Robert Conley and Joe Dale, and the guys that haven't seen for quite a while. And it's always good to see Jay, and you mentioned Gary will be there now. And so I would say that no effect on the game, but going to be good to see those guys.
Have you guys talked about ways that you guys are going to honor Ty Jordan this year?
Yeah, we have, and that's there's several ways, and you'll see them as the season unfolds. We'll have the recipient, or not the recipient, but the representative of the Ty Jordan Scholarship will be announced this week, and so we've got quite a few things, and I don't want to let the marketing will handle the in-game stuff, but there will be several ways that we recognize Ty and honor him this season.
You said Bryson Barnes will be QB3. Where does Peter Costelli fit into kind of your plans right now?
Peter's done a great job since he got on campus last spring, and if we have the opportunity to redshirt him this year, that's something that we'll be looking at, because we've got the quarterback room is pretty solid. That could change due to circumstances, but if everything goes status quo, then it's a possibility that Peter would be a redshirt candidate this year.
Is there a specific part of the team that you feel better about than you thought you would at the end of fall camp, where you might be further ahead going into the season?
No, I don't think there's been any surprises either way. I think things have progressed and unfolded about how we had thought, and the players that, I think one thing that's going to be for certain is the transfer portal players are going to be instrumental in what we do this year. Theo Howard has proven to be a very good addition. Obviously, Charlie Brewer, the two backs, some of those 7 or 8 transfer portal guys we think are going to be very impactful for us.
Coach, whether it's fair or not, leading into a Utah football season, we always assume the defense is going to be solid, the run game is going to be solid, but that the throw game will be the question. You just mentioned Theo Howard, adding a weapon there. Burton Covey, we hope, is healthy, but are you comfortable with what you saw in fall camp, that you will be able to pass at the clip that you think is necessary to win Pac-12 football games?
We feel we're in a good place in that regard, and of course the proof will be what happens in the game and see where we're at, but we know that we need to throw the ball more efficiently than we have in order to take that next step, and we've worked hard towards that end, and we'll hopefully start to see some of that manifest on Thursday night.
Devon Bailey was a welcome surprise in spring. Where do you expect his production to be after seeing what he did in fall camp?
He's had an excellent fall camp, and he's a big, athletic receiver, 6'4", probably 6'4.5", about 205 pounds, and runs a 4.5, and is very acrobatic, body control, and so we expect him to be one of our primary receivers. We've got 4 or 5 of those guys that are going to be the primary targets, and he's one of them.
Else.
All right.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. See you Thursday.
Kyle Whittingham from the weekly press conference that he'll have every Monday, and we'll carry live for you right here on ESPN 700. O'Craft.
If you love scratchers from the Virginia Lottery, you'll love the High Roller Blackjack Scratcher with a chance to win up to 10 times your prize. Look for it at your favorite Virginia Lottery retailer. In fact, you can drive there right now. Now that's an everyday win. Odds of winning any prize, 1 in 4.16.
You might have noticed a change in your neighborhood lately. Yep, Sprint stores are now T-Mobile stores. Now that Sprint is T-Mobile, you get more coverage, value, and benefits than ever before. We've invested billions to bring our 5G from big cities to small towns across America. And great coverage is just the start. From high-speed mobile hotspot data to weekly deals and giveaways, our customers get tons of great benefits. Head to your new T-Mobile store to learn more.
Qualifying service and capable device required. Coverage not available in some areas. Some uses may require certain plan or features. See T-Mobile.com.